I'm trying to remember what Donald Trump said. He said, you're going to keep winning and winning, and you're going to say, oh, Mr. President, I'm tired of winning. I am kind of tired of winning. It's become, it isn't special anymore. I'm starting to feel bad for the Democrats because they've been consistently losing. They elect idiots. They stand behind liars. They support corruption. They have nothing to say about these things. And so it seems like the yin and yang works itself out in the end, doesn't it? Democrats, you guys have got to wake up. You guys have been on this resistance crusade for the last 3 years. And it has gotten you nowhere. It's gotten you nowhere. Donald Trump has pretty much passed all the policies he wanted to pass. The things he's ran on that you guys have all tried to stop and scream to the sky about have all pretty much come to fruition. The corruption, the coup that was started in 2016 and that led to 2017, 2018, and 2019 proved that the president was no wrongdoings with Russia. He didn't conspire or coordinate with anyone in Russia, even though all the news media, the Democrat, the leftist news media said that he had, even though people like Adam Schiff lied to you, Democrats. I have Democrats in my family. Adam Schiff lied to you for 3 years and told you there was evidence in plain sight, that there was substantial evidence beyond circumstantial that he had seen behind closed doors in the Intelligence Committee. Then Devin Nunes came out with a memo and explained that all this stuff was predicated on a fake Russian dossier, and that Carter Page was spied on because of the dossier. And that was the predicate for all this wrongdoing that the Democrats were standing behind. And Adam Schiff came out with his own memo and said it was untrue. And here we come with Mueller. Mueller comes out. And of course I remember, it's Mueller time, the Democrats. He's coming for you. And then when he gets up there, he's like Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace. He doesn't know what's happening. But he does say something that sticks in your mind. There was no evidence of coordination or collusion with any person in Russia by any American citizen, which exonerated the president. No Democrat said, wait a minute. The media, Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, all these Democrats, Maxine Waters, all these people have been lying to us? No, that's not how the Democrat mind works. The Democrat said, wait a minute. They're saying he didn't do it? Oh, that's a lie. Oh, it's going to come out in the future. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep resisting. Keep resisting what? Resisting prosperity? Resisting national security? Resisting higher wages and more jobs? Resisting what? What have you resisted? Donald Trump has done so... Anyway, on to the day's topic. No witnesses in the Senate impeachment trial. Could have saw that one coming. I did think that Lisa Murkowski would vote with the Democrats because of the way she slandered and really attacked Brett Kavanaugh at his Supreme Court Justice nomination. And she voted against his nomination, even though it was so wrong to do that to a man with no evidence. She did that and kind of recessed it to the background. So I figured she would be a Mitt Romney vote. She would be a Susan Collins vote to have witnesses. But she played a political game today. And she came out this morning and said that she was going to not vote for subpoenaing witnesses because she didn't believe there would be a fair trial in the Senate. Yeah, she said it wouldn't be a fair trial in the Senate. Now, I don't know her history on whether or not she thought it would be a fair trial. It was a fair trial in the House. But this is on Fox News. It says, Murkowski comes out against impeachment witnesses, putting Trump on the path to acquittal. Ooh. Wednesday, Trump will be acquitted. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski came out Friday against calling witnesses in President Trump's impeachment trial, all but assuring the Senate will move to wrap up proceedings with a likely acquittal in a matter of days, if not hours. So it will be days. It'll be one day after the State of the Union address. I wish it was Monday, but I'm sure that someone rallied the troops to try to prolong this thing as long as possible. So it's going to be a day after, but he'll be acquitted. If the Republicans held together to not break with the Constitution and call witnesses that had not been called and deposed in the House like they should have been, then I'm sure that they understand that these are not impeachable offenses. He did not commit a crime, and the House and the prosecution for the House and the Democrats did not prove their case. This is what Murkowski said, though, and it kind of lets me know that deep inside her heart, she still wants to be that scared little girl looking into the eyes of Dianne Feinstein when Feinstein was chewing her out about Brett Kavanaugh, and she stood there scared and she didn't know that people were taking pictures of this corruption. I wonder what they have on Murkowski. But she said this: given the partisan nature of this impeachment from the very beginning and throughout, I have come to the conclusion that there will be no fair trial in the Senate. Why? I mean, the beginning of this impeachment started in the House. So yeah, it wasn't fair there, but why would it be unfair in the Senate? The Republicans done everything they're legally obligated to do. They didn't shut down the opposition. They didn't tell the Democrats they couldn't ask questions. And most people who are uninitiated and don't know the law will say, there's no trial without witnesses. This is not a trial, a traditional trial. This is an impeachment hearing. And if you learn the proper protocol for impeachments, the House is the one who does the investigations, gets documents, witnesses, and they compile the articles of impeachment based on the information that they've attained through, the depositions and through the witnesses and the documents that they attain. Then they draft those articles and pass them over to the Senate, who does the trial based on the information that the House has already provided. Then the House comes and argues on behalf of the articles they already provided, which allows the president and his staff to dispute those findings. And there isn't any new witnesses and things like that happens. It just does not happen. But Murkowski said it wouldn't be a fair trial in the Senate. I don't believe the continuation of this is Murkowski. I don't believe the continuation of this process will change anything. It's sad for me to admit that as an institution, the Congress has failed. Yes, it has. It's failed by electing people like you and people like Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, many people voted for him as president years ago. And to see what he's turned into now, it's like I said, it's like Robert De Niro wearing a Mitt Romney mask. He's so lost. And he's an anti-Trump. Get him out of here, guys. Get these people out. Susan Collins, she might be able to stick around a little bit, but we need to get someone in there who's going to work for the people and not play these partisan games. Mitt Romney's political career needs to be over. Lisa Murkowski needs to be gone for what she did to Brett Kavanaugh. There has to be repercussions. My name's Brett, too. I mean, I'd be pissed if someone did that to me without any evidence, just completely act like I did the most heinous thing. So these people who are playing that middle of the road, who don't want to support a president that's working for us, vote them the hell out. But impeachment trial, the Senate votes for no witnesses. Acquittal vote on Wednesday. This is great news. The wins keep coming. Brexit, Britain's free. They're free people, and they no longer have an obligation to the EU, which is great. Donald Trump has been on just a tear in the United States with all the wins he's had with USMCA, with the phase 1 of the China trade deal, with killing Soleimani and al-Baghdadi, and Middle East peace talks. All these things happening while these Democrats are trying to shoot him out of the sky. It's like having the best pilot in the world on your plane. You're supposed to get to Hawaii by 6. But you hear over the PA, we're approaching Hawaii. We're 3 hours early. I hope you enjoyed your flight. And you say, wait a minute, we've been flying this whole time? It's the smoothest ride I ever had in my life. Oh my God, this is the greatest pilot ever. I love this guy. What is that? And you look behind you and there's 3 or 4 people in the back row spitting spitballs at the back of the pilot's head. And you're like, what the hell are you doing, man? This guy's awesome. Look what he did for us. What are you trying to do? Trying to make us all go down? That's what's happening in America. That's really what's happening in this country with these Democrats. But Senate votes 51-49 against allowing witnesses at Trump impeachment trial. The Democratic defeat. I love that. Comes even with the new Bolton bombshell, which is not a bombshell. It's an allegation. It's an unsubstantiated allegation. with the new bombshell. Don't the impeachment articles stand by themselves? Didn't you already draft articles of impeachment? Was John Bolton in those articles? What does it have to do with the articles they already drafted? That's what I don't get about people. We need to have these new witnesses. No, you're reaching for anything you can to try to smear the president. Period. Donald Trump has the biggest rallies in the world. The dude is like the Super Bowl everywhere he goes. 175,000 people RSVPing to see the president. You think that's because the country is not standing with him when we see these Democrats doing this to our president? It's going to be a landslide. It's inbound, man. So the final vote on acquittal will be set for Wednesday at 4. Before Friday's session of President Donald Trump's impeachment trial began, the spotlight was on 4 moderate GOP senators Democrats hoped would vote with them on allowing new witnesses. But by evening, after days of arguments meant to persuade the Republicans, Democrats had lost the crucial vote by 51-49. Yeah, Murkowski, she's stuck with her people. She's trying to keep power. Mitt Romney needs to be gone. Anyone, Susan Collins, they need to be held accountable for this. You know, the Democrats, they are ruthless. You know, AOC will primary anyone who says, you know, her name wrong. And so the Republicans, the people who vote for, you know, conservative leadership, senators, congressmen, we need to hold them accountable if they go against our interests. And I'm just really happy to give you guys this news. I'm sure you all knew about it, but I wanted to give you my take on it and let you all know that I have no issue doing this for the Republic. I love my American brothers and sisters. I love you guys all so much. And even people who disagree with me, I love you. And I want you to be successful. And I want all of us to stand together and support protecting our Constitution and our Bill of Rights and the things that make this country great. I think it's great to be an American, and I think we should all appreciate that gift to be in the greatest country in the world and to have the greatest president in the world and to see prosperity unlike we've seen in years. And I feel it in my heart, I feel it in my chest, and I think this year, November, is going to be amazing. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Were you happy at the news? Were you sad with the news? Do you feel like this is a fair trial? Do you feel like the Senate owes the American people something that the House didn't give the American people? Do you think that, you know, an eye for an eye is fair? I do. I think that if the House sets a precedent by acting like a bunch of scuzz buckets and treating, you know, Republican GOP senators like crap, Stefanik, you're not recognized. You're not recognized, and ignoring people and going to other people. No, if you want to do that, don't come to the Senate and pretend like you're all high and mighty and you're untouchable now, and you want everyone to act in the way that you didn't, Adam Schiff. I could talk about Adam Schiff for an hour. You guys, please leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Share it on social media. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Let your friends know. There's a new face in town that's talking about politics. I want to make this channel big. I think by election time, we could really be moving with tons and tons of subscribers and viewers and new ideas. But let me know what you think in the comments below about the topic today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.